Hey guys, 40 the Broadway Saiyan here. Welcome to my YouTube channel, this time with a video on Power Rangers Legacy Wars. So in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys a feature that was released to Legacy Wars, I wanna say about 2-3 months ago, but this feature essentially, I feel, caters to those who are either new players who are looking into getting into Power Rangers Legacy Wars, or those that are more free to play. Now, the reason why I'm putting a video on this is because in my Discord especially, I get a lot of people asking me when I make these videos for Legacy Wars, hey Broadway Saiyan, is this game pay to win or is this game free to play friendly? What can you tell me about it as far as like introducing it to a new player? So back when Legacy Wars first came out, the game was strictly PvP, as in like real-time player versus player. And we all know how mobile games are. The ones that actually pay the money are gonna have the head start. The ones who quote unquote whale, which is a term for someone who spends a ton of money on a mobile game, you're gonna have a head start. And with Legacy Wars, you know, they eventually start introducing features such as talent, where you could level up your characters, you could increase their stats, and it really became hard for a newer player or a free-to-play player to succeed. There were some who were really skilled, but it came to a point where it was like, even really skilled players who don't really spend a lot will struggle because you're gonna go up against this player that essentially spends a ton on the game and they'll essentially one or two shot your entire team. So at the time, I would always say, you know, play it casually, play it for enjoyment, but if you're trying to look to be the best, it's not free-to-play friendly. And I'm just being honest there. Now, they released something called Raid, which you can see right there is right above where it says Battle on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Now, Raid is essentially a PvE mode, which is an amazing blessing that is finally introduced to this game. So there's two different versions of Raid, and we're gonna go into it. Right now, it's in solo phase. So essentially, you go through these different stages, fighting these different teams, and all of these teams are going to be controlled by the AI. Usually a raid event has some sort of a theme. So for example, this one is called Balancing Act, and the Balancing Act raid is essentially any type of a character that is the balance class, because there's 3 different classes in Legacy Wars, is going to have a damage increase. So the way raid works, we're just going to jump right into it. So right now, I already started the path that is for casual. So there are difficulty levels, and each difficulty level, the AI just perform a little bit better. So I went ahead and started with the casual route where you're fighting primarily commons. So if I click on Snide right here, right, it gives you the statistics. So the team total HP is 41,000. The modifiers are your Balanced Warriors gets 3 times the damage. And this event, your Balanced Warriors is also at plus 1% HP. And what's cool about this, and I'll actually show you. So we're gonna go ahead and enter. Now, when you enter, it's gonna automatically select your team based on, you know, what would give you the best advantage. Now, you could always change this up, but ideally, from my experience, you generally would want to go with what they actually pre-select for you. And also, any characters that you've already used, any leaders or assists, they're put in a cooldown. So once you use them, you do have to wait for them to refresh before you can choose them again. And then afterwards, you can either click Battle, which costs 1 energy, or if you want to deal 2 times more damage, you could spend 10 power crystals. I don't recommend this, especially if you're free to play, if you want to definitely hold on to those power crystals to unlock some of your favorite characters. Let's go ahead and go into battle here. We're going to go with my team of my favorite Shadow Ranger Assist, and Xandrid Assist. Okay. Here we go. So we're gonna go ahead and fight against this AI Sledge, not Snide. I call him Snide. Sledge.
3, 2, 1, go!
And there we go. That was really easy because my Shadow Ranger is super powerful. He's my favorite. So yes, I did put some money into Shadow Ranger. So as you can see right there, it tells you the amount of damage you deal, and it tells you your reward. So anytime you deal damage, regardless if you defeat the team or not, you're rewarded something. So this is why I say that this particular feature for Legacy Wars is very free-to-play friendly, because look at all those resources you get. You get resources for an assist, you get to unlock shards for different characters. So for example, I got Guile, who's actually a Street Fighter character, and you get resources for the different Megazord parts for whenever there's a Megazord event. And to top it off, you get some gold, or some power coins. You also get some orbs, which is used to upgrade your character's particular skills, and also essences, and also different materials for Megazord mode. So this is a great way, if you're free to play, to actually play PvE and get different rewards. And look at this, because we beat that, we also get another box. So you get 2 boxes in a sense. for doing this, for just clearing that mode in PvE. Now, it does again require energy, but you can always refresh your energy by playing through the actual PvP or doing some other missions, or you know, if you leave the if you leave the game just running throughout the day or whatever like that, you can also accumulate energy that way. But let's go ahead and jump into battle again. This time what I'm gonna do is, oh, you know what? I'm actually gonna stick with this team because we're using Ryu, because there was a Street Fighter collab for Power Rangers Legacy Wars. We're using the Ryu Ranger assist, and we're using Trent, who is the white Dino Ranger. All right, so we're only gonna use an energy. But again, this mode is a blessing to Power Rangers Legacy Wars because it gives new players and free-to-play players chance to earn these materials or these resources to be able to actually enjoy the game and play the game without having to spend a lot, or spend at all even. And this is one of my favorite modes. I always play this mode a lot. Because I will be honest, I'm not the greatest Legacy Wars player. I still feel like I'm pretty noob at times. So it's really cool that they introduced this feature. And I totally just missed the Shoryuken, but that's okay. Ah, all right. Shoryuken, nice. Hadouken. Let's try to finish him off with another Shoryuken. There we go. So yeah, so again, you're rewarded for how much damage you deal, whether it's 100% or whatever percentage. And if you don't happen to defeat the particular stage, you can play through it over and over until you actually beat it. And look at all those rewards that we got. Look at all that. And I will say, some of the common warriors are actually pretty good in this game. They actually perform really well. And look at that, we got another box. So like I said again, very, very good feature that they've added into Legacy Wars to be able to help out those free-to-play or new players that want to get into Legacy Wars. And then right over here, we do have an alliance map. So you can actually do this later on with your alliance. So like I said, there's two different versions. There's solo, there's alliance. So if you're part of an alliance, you guys accumulate points together. Let's go back to the solo map, and then this just tells you the modifiers. So again, it's based on whatever the theme is. So for example, it's called Balancing Act because it's all centralized around the balance class characters. And then there is a leaderboard. So with any kind of a raid event in any type of mobile gacha game that I've played, there is a leaderboard, whoever accumulates the most points. And I generally don't pay attention to this because I'm not trying to get to the top, because eventually once you run out of energy, you do have to start spending power crystals, and then you gotta start spending actual cash if you run out of power crystals. So I don't pay attention to this. Honestly, this PvE mode is here for fun, and it's a great way for newer players, again, and free-to-play players to get into Power Rangers Legacy Wars. All right, guys, well, hopefully this video helps you guys out, especially those of you looking to get into this game, because I have a lot of fun with this game. It's a fun, casual game for me, because I do love my Power Rangers. I do love my Super Sentai. Again, this is 40 the Broadway saying, stay tuned for the next video, and mahal, everyone.